It's my pleasure now to call upon John Baird.
Well, good morning, Andrew, Laurie, panel members who are here today. Thank you for coming along, and ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here for the third of these ministerial forums. I think they're a fantastic opportunity to bring government and industry together, to get us thinking about the future, looking for ways to collaborate, looking for new innovations. And it's also a chance for the government to provide us with an update. And you've heard today some of that update. As you mingle around afterwards, you'll hear more. I think there's been a lot of good progress over the last 12 months, and it's great to be able to stand here before you and report some of that. So beginning with the ICT strategy, I'd like to congratulate the government on the release of the new strategy. The update clearly represents a transition from the early days of laying down the strategy through to now delivering. That's the challenge before us, is to work together to deliver the strategy. I'm proud that the panel has been instrumental in delivering that, preparing the strategy, preparing the update. I think the members of the panel I'd like to extend a thank you to for the work they've done and for their contributions to that. I'd also like to applaud those within the government on the work they've done so far in implementing that strategy. I think we have laid down that very good base. It's a very solid foundation to build upon. The other side of that, though, is the industry. It's been very good to see the engagement we've had from industry, the openness, the responsiveness to it. It's been very pleasing. As chair of the panel, and with an advisory role into the government, I've had first-hand experience in the government's openness to actually accepting a lot of this. They've been very responsive to some of the changes, and they've accepted that there is a pivot going on in the industry and that needs to be taken advantage of. It's an opportunity as ICT reshapes itself and reforms itself for the government to reshape itself and not simply play catch-up, but to try and get ahead in many areas. Now, it'll come as no surprise to many of the people here that the future for all of that, in doing business with the government, is around understanding the government, coming to grasps with what they need from this change, how they're going to reposition themselves, and how they're going to aim for the future. And I speak for all of you here, or to all of you here, when I say take that opportunity. Reach out, grab them, work with them, try and understand, try and see where they're going, understand the vision that's embodied in the strategy. If you do that, then together you and the government can make that new future happen. So, with the people in the ICT panel, we'll be going back and we'll be taking feedback from industry, looking to further develop the strategy for the next iteration. I'm sure there'll be another one to come. We'll be looking for input from industry on that. So please, as you gain those insights, as it occurs to you there are things that should be done differently, I encourage you to provide feedback to us. Today you'll see the release of the cloud policy, and I think that that's one of the wonderful developments that's coming along the way. The government doesn't have all the answers, neither do industry. Together we develop these policies. We put them forward and we look to iterate and develop them as we go forward. So please, as you see opportunities around that, continue to do so. I know in my own organisation we've been adopting the cloud for the last couple of years, and it's been a journey. Some things have worked well, some things haven't worked well. A bit like a real cloud, as you get into it, you find there really isn't a lot in there. There isn't a cloud you can buy. It consists of many things you know, many things you understand. It's just bringing them together. That's the trick. So I think it's fair to say that the industry is going through some interesting times at the moment, and the government's change to all of that, or the response to that change, has been very interesting. Self-evident, as I said, become engaged, get to know people, and I'd like to think that we'll continue to deliver from the panel an active and engaged conduit back into the government for those of you who wish to talk to us. So please, if you do have any feedback, as you've heard, Laurie and Andrew's door's open, so is mine, and I'll dob in the members of the panel. You'll find their names up on the website. Please feel free to contact them. And if they flick past you to me, well, there you go. So please, stay active and engage with us all, and I look forward to working with all of you in the future to develop the next iteration of the strategy. Thank you.